Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about dopamine receptors. So here today's class we are going to discuss about the concepts of dopamine receptors as well as serotonin receptors. Before that, so let's start the first one, dopamine receptors. What is dopamine? So let's see the structure of dopamine. The dopamine structure has so obviously it is having ethylamine chain. So this is two CH2 groups. Here you have to write NH2, and these are belongs to catacols. So therefore we are writing two OHs at other positions. So this is the structure of dopamine. So dopamine is a neurotransmitter. So this neurotransmitter present in brain. Where it is present? So it is present in brain. So the normal concentration of this dopamine is very important for our mental balance. So therefore it is very important to maintain the normal mental balance of a person. So here one thing, when this dopamine is produced in excess amount or it is not released in sufficient amount, then we are going to suffer with mental disorders. So those mental disorders are called schizophrenia and also Parkinson's disease. So friends, this is about introduction of dopamine receptors. So here the first one, in this case dopamine agonist drugs. So dopamine agonist drug, the example is L-dopa. Let's see the structure of L-dopa. So friends, L-dopa also belongs to catechol ethylamine compound. Therefore first you draw the catechol. This is going to have CH2 here again CH2. This is going to have a carboxylic acid group, OH and O, C double bond O, OH. Here the ethylamine NH2 present at the top side, so the configuration is okay, that is not important here. So friends, this is the structure of L-dopa. So structure of L-dopa. So what are the medicinal use of this compound? So Parkinson disease generally treated by L-dopa. What is Parkinson disease? When there is not releasing of dopamine, it causes the Parkinson disease. That means sufficient amount of dopamine is not released, then person suffers with a disease, Parkinson's disease. What is Parkinson disease? Parkinson disease means so the person cannot be speak properly, so cannot be active properly, that is called Parkinson disease. So here L-dopa is a good anti-Parkinson agent, and this is also used as cross the brain and blood barrier, and thereby easily enters into the blood. So then it will decarboxylated. So this COOH can be removed in form of carbon dioxide, then it convert into what? Dopamine. So friends, this is about L-dopa introduction. So now let's see the synthesis of L-dopa synthesis. So for that we are taking this compound, methoxy group OH and C double bond O, OH. It is on react with glycine, glycine. You can see that amino acid NH2 CH2 COH, first amino acid, so glycine. So I'm going to use base. So this is going to remove, so the base is going to remove, so oxygen from here and the two hydrogens from here, that means loss of water molecule. So friends, if you want the mechanism, you just post in group. I will post the mechanism for this step into your WhatsApp. So the product will be obtained like this. So C double bond C has obtained. So now here we are going to use reduction, so that convert double bond into single bond. So next, so we are using aqueous HBr. So this aqueous HBr is used to hydrolyze methoxy group into OH. The first one is, yes, for the reduction of double bond into single bond, because here single bond only present. Aqueous HBr is used for hydrolysis of methoxy group into OH. And after that, you see, so when you do the reduction, so we are going to get the compound like this. So here NH2. So this NH2 means, so here it is a chiral center, therefore we are going to have two compounds. So for that we are separating them, resolution. Then finally L-DOPA has obtained. So this is the synthesis of L-DOPA. So next concept is dopamine antagonist drugs. So dopamine antagonist drug. So what is antagonist drug? So the simple thing, when the neurotransmitter produced in excess amount, then we have to stop the interaction of this neurotransmitter into particular receptor. So that's why, so we are going to use antagonist drug. So here we are discussing about dopamine. So when dopamine is produced in excess amount, this is going to cause a disease, schizophrenia. So schizophrenia means what? So the mental function will be divided, splitted. So this is called schizophrenia. So to treat dopamine receptor blockers, we have to use a dopamine antagonist drug. To treat this, we have to use dopamine receptor blockers or dopamine antagonist drugs. Example, chlorpromazine. The first example is chlorpromazine. So we discussed about this compound in structural activity relationship chapter. So let's see the chlorpromazine. Yes, the structure of chlorpromazine. So friends, the structure of chlorpromazine going to have three rings. First one is benzene ring, second one is a cyclohexane type ring, next again benzene ring. Three rings are there. So cyclohexane fused by two benzene rings. Okay, so here remember friends, sulfur is present, here nitrogen is present, and chloro group is present at this position. And here you see 1, 2 carbons, and next 3 carbons, and the last one after the 3 carbons, here we have a, so NN dimethyl amino group, NN dimethyl, yes, amino group. Friends, this is the structure of chlorpromazine. So friends, this is the structure of chlorpromazine. So why we are using this drug? So friends, it is a antipsychotic agent. So what is this drug? Antipsychotic agent, that means used to treat schizophrenia disease. So how it is working, friends? So it works, so this is going to block D2 receptors. D2 receptors. So this is the responsible, the D2 receptor is responsible for the disease schizophrenia. So now let's see the synthesis of chlorpromazine. Yes, the synthesis is started by, yes, right here, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 comma 5 dichloronitrobenzene react with, right, bromo mercaptophenol. So here we are using aqueous sodium hydroxide. So it is a base. So base always used for dehydrohalogenation, that is going to remove HCl. So we get this compound. So here we want to add this nitrogen with this aromatic ring in form of amine. So that's why we want to convert nitro group into amino group. For that we are going to do the reduction in presence of palladium carbon. So H2 palladium carbon, this convert NO2 group to NH2. So now easily dehydrohalogenation takes place in presence of base aqueous potassium hydroxide. HBr will remove hydrogen from here, bromine from here, we get this compound. So the final step, friends, we are going to add the remaining side chain in chloropramazine. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, after that we have NN dimethylamino group. So we need a base to remove chlorine and hydrogen. So but here, friends, we are using strong base like sodamide. So sodamide removes chlorine and hydrogen from here, the product has obtained. So the what is the product here? The product is chloropramazine. So friends, this is about the synthesis of chloropramazine and the concept about dopamine receptors, agonist and antagonist drugs. The next concept, serotonin receptors. Serotonin receptors. What is serotonin receptors? So before that, let's see the structure of serotonin. Friends, to write the serotonin structure, first you have to draw, yes, indole structure. Yes, right. So right, we have to draw indole structure. Friends, this is a indole. So this indole is going to have OH group, and here we have again ethylamine chain. Yes, ethylamine chain NH2. So friends, this is the structure of serotonin. So 5-hydroxytryptamine, the compound name is 5-hydroxytryptamine, is called serotonin. So 5-hydroxytryptamine is called serotonin. So here, friends, the serotonin is present in central nervous system and intestine and also blood. Where it is present? CNS, walls of intestine and blood. So here it is going to involve in so variety of functions in central nervous system as well as peripheral nervous system. Friends, so when I am teaching to you, so when this chemical is released in sufficient amount, so here when this chemical released, when my class is attractive to you, then this chemical will release inside your body. This makes you very interesting towards the concept or my lesson. So otherwise, if you feel bored, this chemical cannot be released inside your body. Now you feel uneasy for my class. So that is about the serotonin. So friends, it is going to involve in different functions like vasoconstriction, and this is also using for sleep and humoral regulation, and it is going to increase the mobility of gastrointestinal tract. Mobility of gastrointestinal tract. So let's biosynthesize serotonin. So let's biosynthesize serotonin. So to biosynthesis of serotonin, I am going to take tryptophan, an amino acid, indole amino acid. So indole contained amino acid, this is called tryptophan. So friends, you can see there the difference between our compound serotonin and tryptophan is, in our serotonin there is no carboxylic acid group, and also here we required OH. For that we are going to use an enzyme tryptophan hydroxylase. So this is going to add OH group, we get this compound. So now we have to remove carboxylic acid. For that, amino acid decarboxylase. Decarboxylase going to remove carbon dioxide, and the product is yes, serotonin. So friends, this is the biosynthesis of serotonin. So the next concept is serotonin agonist drugs. Serotonin agonist drugs. The example is serotonin only. You know the structure of serotonin. So friends, it is generally used to treat mental disorders. When you feel depression, so the depression is caused due to, right, what are it not active of 5-HT receptors. The 5-HT receptor is not active, then the person will be in very mood sad condition and depression. To treat depression, the doctor suggests serotonin. So that is the medicinal use. So friends, let's see the synthesis of serotonin. So for that I am going to use 5-hydroxyindole because it is having indole compound, right? 5-hydroxyindole. It is on reaction with chloroacetylnitrile. 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 So chlorine is present, and here we have a aromatic compound. We are going to use Lewis acid. This reaction is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Yes, at this place electrophilic substitution has taken place. So now I am going to reduce the C triple bond N group. Which group? C triple bond N group. This 3 triple bond N reduction convert into CH2 NH2. CH2 NH2 friends. So let's do the lithium aluminum, let's use the lithium aluminum hydride. Reaction is reduction. The C triple bond N convert into CH2 NH2. What is this compound? Serotonin. So friends, this is about the synthesis of serotonin. So next antagonist drug is metoclopramide. Metoclopramide. So next compound is metoclopramide. Let's see the structure of metoclopramide. To write metoclopramide, so it is a having one phenyl ring. So here we have a yes chlorine group, and this position we have NH2 group, and here we have methoxy group. Yes, this position pramide, amide is present, clopramide. So amide, C double bond O NH2, this is called amide. So this is going to have triethyl amine chain. So CH2 CH2, one ethyl group is over, and let's draw second ethyl group and third ethyl group. So this is a triethyl amine chain. So structure of metoclopramide. So structure of metoclopramide. So friends, it is commonly used so when you feel uneasy and also when you have vomitings. So that is the medicinal use of metoclopramide. So friends, let's see the synthesis of metoclopramide. So for that we are taking paratolidine. The compound is paratolidine. It is on reaction with nitration reagent HNO3 plus H2SO4. So what is this reagent? Nitration reagent. So here we have a amino group. This amino group is going to direct nitration. So already here we have a CH3. This is directing the nitration at para position. we got this compound, so nitro compound. So this nitro compound, also this compound having NH2 group. So amine can involve in diazotization. What is a diazotization agent? HNO2. HNO2 generally prepared by using, yes, NaNO2 and HCl. So now NH2 convert into diazonium chloride, N2 plus Cl minus. This is called diazotization reaction. Yes. Now it is on reaction with water. So simply, so these diazonium chlorides are unstable, easily undergoes decomposition in presence of water, convert into phenol. So it is very well known reaction to us. So this is a nucleophilic, nucleophilic substitution reaction, right? We got a OH group in place of diazonium chloride. Now this compound is on oxidation using potassium permanganate. So potassium permanganate. This will oxidize CH3 group, benzyl CH3 group into carboxylic acid. So this CH3 converted into carboxylic acid. So now friends, I want to convert OH into Cl. So for that I am going to use thionyl chloride. This thionyl chloride convert carboxylic acid group into acid chlorides, acid groups into acid chlorides. So now this can be easily added to the triethylamine chain. So now amine group fastly react with acid chlorides because it is a highly reactive group. So loss of HCl we get, so amide group at this position. So friends, I want to convert NO2 to NH2 because in our structure there is a NH2 group. For that I am going to use a reduction agent like tin in HCl. So metal in acid, so that is a reducing agent. So NO2 convert into NH2. So OH is in form of methoxy group. For that I am going to use methylating agent. So dimethyl sulfate. This dimethyl sulfate convert OH into methoxy group. So finally I want to add chlorine this place. For that first we want to protect the NH2 group. So use the acetic anhydride. So amine undergoes acylation, nothing but acetylation, convert into acetamide compound. So now finally, so chlorination, this Cl2 going to add a Cl group at this position, and the second reagent HCl hydrolyze this acetamide into NH2 group. So friends, this is the compound metoclopramide, the synthesis of metoclopramide. So friends, I hope you understand the topic about dopamine receptors as well as serotonin receptors. Thank you friends.